Today we're going to be installing the brand new roof rack from Baseline Overland for the second generation Colorado Canyon trucks. We'll start by adding the rubber trim to the bottom of the front fairing, cutting it to length. Next, loosely assemble the crossbars with provided bolts, hand tighten only. Once the rack is installed and we've decided the location of our accessories, we'll go back and add Loctite to secure these. Alright, now that we have moved to the roof, we're going to use this plastic trim tool to remove the rubber out of the gutter. And we have a microfiber cloth here so we don't have to scratch any paint. You're going to start from the back and just gently pry that and it should just pop right out. There's one clip. Another one. All right, that is the last clip. Now that we have the gutter removed, we're going to go ahead and sit the rack up here and make sure it's orientated correctly. And then we're going to mark the holes that we're going to drill in the gutter to install the hardware. All right, now that we've lifted the roof rack, we made sure that it's even and proportioned and we've got the front lined up. We're gonna go ahead and mount or mark the holes where we're gonna drill. So I have this long pencil here and then I'm gonna go back over with a Sharpie once I can reach. So we're gonna mark these holes. I'm also going to use this Sharpie to mark the edges of the bracket. That way I can measure and cut that gutter trim to go back in so it'll go around the bracket. All right, now that we have the rack off and we've marked our two drill points here with a Sharpie, we're going to take a center punch. We're going to punch those two holes. Then we're moving to a 1/8 drill bit and I put a drill stop on here at about 1/4 inch. Just to protect, there's a lot of pressure going through when you drill into this metal and the last thing you want to do is go too far down, puncture your headliner. So we're going to use that drill bit and then we're going to switch to a step drill bit and work our way eventually to this 13/32 drill bit, which fits our rib nuts here. So, there you go. All right, now that we have drilled our first hole here in the front, we're ready to take the rivet nut, drop that down in there. So we're going to thread it on to this. We're going to run a bead of sealant around the base. Tight. I'm going to insert that down in the hole. And we're going to squeeze. Okay. you go. Now that we have the riv nuts installed and sealed in the gutter, we're going ahead and trim this gutter trim to go around the bracket, about 1.5 inches each side. We've went ahead and done the front and reinstalled that. Now, because there's not these connector tabs where this new cut trim ends, we've put about 5 layers of the VHB tape in order to contact this area here and stick the end down in the gutter. So we'll go ahead and reinstall that. Now with the cut trim in place, we're going to go ahead and install the blocks that sit down in the gutter. All right, now that we have the gutter trim in place, we're going to put these blocks down around the riv nuts, but again, more sealant. So we're going to go ahead and put plenty of sealant.
The next step was to bolt the rack down. We didn't get to show this part, but it's pretty straightforward. I found it easier to remove the side brackets from the rack and get those started separately, and then add the rack back on. Now, the only thing left to do was accessorize it for our adventure. It will play a crucial role in providing a place to mount our high-performance flat Starlink dish for in-motion internet while we're off-grid, as well as our Julka shower stall and traction boards for recovery situations.